Hey folks, it's Jim, it's Julie, it's Geeking Out episode 224. And for next week, be sure to join us as we do our annual holiday gift guide.
It's going to be magnificent.
Yes, filled with holiday cheer. Bah humbug.
Humbug yourself, the holidays are fantastic.
Well, for you maybe. But anyway, so join us next week for that, and we'll have lots of humbug fun. Alright, so before we get to some reviews, and a little bit of an update on Leela. A couple people have asked, so I talked to her a bit, and she's doing great. She's wonderful, and everything is going well.
Leela's fantastic.
She's also taken over a terrorist organization called Cobra, and she's intent on taking down the, quote, a real American hero, G.I. Joe.
Oh. Interesting. Not what I heard, but okay.
Well,
Alright.
different sources, I guess.
Good for Leela.
Good for Leela. Take down that guy with the parrot. He's annoying. Alright, so let's start off comic book reviews this week with I Love Trouble, #1.
I love Trouble too. It's a great game. Wait, we're talking about comic books, not board games.
Yeah.
But check back next week for more board game stuff.
I love the Pop-O-Matic bubble. Alright, so in this one, Felicia Castillo has supposedly died in a plane crash and is shocked to discover she has new powers, which the Mafia now wants her to use for them.
Oh.
All
dear.
Right. Yeah, so basically, they have a burial for her and everything. They never found a body. So she survives because she has this new power to blink wherever she wants to go.
Cool.
So she becomes a robber. And starts stealing stuff because she can go wherever she wants. So bank vaults, whatever. So the Mafia, who, well, she worked for previously, decides, yeah, you work for us now. You're going to pay us off in millions and millions of dollars. So it's interesting. I like this. I don't like the characters because they're really not, well, you can't really feel for them because they're not very good people. Let's just say that.
Sometimes bad guys are really fun, though.
Sometimes. Works with Deadpool really well. And a couple other characters, but here I don't really think it works very well.
Alright.
Art-wise, it reminds me a lot of Jamie Hewlett's style, who did the original Tank Girl and Gorillas stuff. Okay. So I enjoy the art. It's got a style all its own, with a bit of Hewlett mixed in. So I enjoyed it. Other than that, the story is, well, it's okay. It's not the greatest, but, I mean, it's still fun. It's just, it really works hard to get you to want to like the characters, but it's really hard to like the characters when they're such assholes.
Ah, I see.
So, that's my main problem with it, but other than that, it's not too bad a title. So, if you want to try something a little Jamie Hewlett-esque, try this one out.
My 2 cents, I really like the paper that they use to print it.
Yeah, they're using a very light cardstock for this paper. And it's got a really interesting feel to it.
It has some density, and it is glare-free, which I really like.
There is no glare on that paper, as you can see.
It's fantastic.
So, yeah, I quite like the paper. I don't know if we'll see other books like that, but I think it's just due to price that we probably won't. Because it looks like it's totally something I've never felt before, comic-wise.
No, but maybe they'll continue. It'd be nice. First up for me this week, Amazing Spider-Man, $6.99. And after Dr. Octopus's...
Only 2 more issues before Spider-Man is over. Yeah, you heard me. 2!
2 issues. So after Dr. Octopus's confession in 698 to Peter Parker about stealing his body, spoiler alert for those who haven't read 698 yet, Peter Parker is left in jail trying to figure out how he's going to get his body back while he imagines the worst possible things that Dr. Octopus could be doing while he's Peter Parker.
Ooh, that sounds like freeing the Sinister Six or something. Dun dun dun.
This includes actually, well, I'll get to the most frightening scene in this book, which again, Spoiler on that one. I'll warn you right before I say it. Anyways,
Aunt May gets married.
As Peter's trying to figure this out, he realizes that if Dr. Octopus has all of his memories and all of Peter Parker's, he can replicate Peter Parker's personality traits and all of those things, that he must be able to get into Dr. Octopus's mind. So he goes through his stroll through Otto Octavius's brain.
Well, that would be kind of weird.
Yes.
Octopuses everywhere, spiders.
It leads him to a very terrifying image, and it leads him to an image of Aunt May getting married to Otto Octavius, which, creepy.
Yeah,
very frightening.
Yeah, that is creepy, yeah.
But it also leads him to Dr. Octavius's plans that he has formulated for escaping the prison. And that's all I'm going to say. You'll have to read it yourself to find out how Peter escapes the prison. Overall, I liked it. I'm excited for 699.1 next week.
I really don't know why they're doing a .1.
I think what they might be doing is talking about Morbius, the living vampire, because they made reference in this book to Morbius having killed one of Peter's friends. So they might be talking about that. That's my...
Well, they are relaunching Morbius as a series in the new year, so
that's what I think they're going to do.
Yeah, because it does not make sense to make a jumping on point for a series that is ending the next issue.
Exactly. So I think that's where they're going with it. I'm really excited to see what they're doing in these next 2 issues.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited for 700, which won't be reviewed until early on in January.
Sorry, we do have to take a break.
Yes.
But we'll do number 700 when we return. Alright, so next up we have Black Acre number 1. And in this one, Hull, who is a retired soldier, is sent on a secret final mission to bring back a fellow soldier hiding out in the wilderness, where there are tribal cults, barbarians, and warlords. But could the mission be a setup? Alright, so this is your standard post-apocalyptic story of guy going out into the world to get someone else back that the company, etc. wants.
Right.
It's been done. We've seen it many a time.
But maybe there's something new as we go through it.
Hopefully. This one actually has some pretty intriguing characters.
Well, that's cool.
So it has that. And it's got a very interesting worldview as well. Because it actually tells you how the world became the way it is.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it when they do that.
It's all because of zombies and pirates.
Yes!
So, is this one worth a read? Yes. Is it original? Heck no! But it is worth a read, so do check it out if you get a chance.
When I flipped through, I really enjoyed the art, too.
Yes, it's actually got some really nice art.
It was different. Book 2 for me this week is Avengers Now number 1. And in this, we see a fair amount of Tony Stark and Captain America just sort of talking about something and hinting at something. Tony Stark has been puzzling, trying to figure out...
Avengers 2 2015. No.
Yes. But Tony Stark's been trying to figure out what the Avengers can do because he sees where the world is headed to. And he realizes that Captain America came up with the greatest idea. That they need to get bigger.
They should be bought out by Disney.
Oh, wait! They were! So, the Avengers head to Mars.
Now wearing Mickey ears.
Where... No, and I apologize if I butcher this, but... Nemo? Nihimo? I'm not very familiar with the Avengers, and I apologize if I messed that one up. But he's taking over Mars, and he is terraforming it. And the Avengers are intent upon stopping it.
You'd think John Carter would not let that happen. But,
you'd think. Apparently he's on vacation.
Apparently.
Maybe he went to Jupiter. This book was interesting, but I found that the art was a little all over the place, and I found
I will agree.
The book left me with more questions
It's
than
not
answers.
that the art was bad.
No, it was just all over the place.
It was just really all over the place. There were just panels just everywhere.
Yeah.
And it does mess up the story a tad, but it still works in the long run.
It's still readable. I just have way more questions than I have answers.
Yeah.
So, if you like the Avengers, if you would like to see the Avengers in space, this would be the book for you.
Yes, because everyone wants to see Avengers in space!
Space.
Alright, so next up is a review that we weren't able to get to last week, and you guys seemed to ask me to do, so here it is! It's Nowhere Men #1. And this one, Dade Ellis, Simon Grimshaw, Emerson Strange, and Thomas Walker are known as the research group WorldCorp. They have become the world's most celebrated scientists, but where did it all go wrong? And who ultimately will pay the price for progress?
Bill Gates.
Sounds about right.
Okay.
Alright, so this book is interesting, to say the least. You have a quartet of characters here that are really intelligently smart. They basically change the world with their ideas.
That's cool.
But then they get corrupted. So,
That whole absolute power.
corrupts absolutely, yes. Interesting premise, very interesting characters here. They do the worst possible thing they can do, and they try and justify it.
Oh.
So it's like, wow. So yeah, as I said, absolute power corrupts, absolutely. Now, interesting characters, really nice art in this book. It's very clean. You get a really good sense of what's going on in this universe and who these people are, and that's really a good thing with any new series. So I do highly recommend this one, especially if you want to try out something a little different. Though I will say that the logo on the front looks a heck of a lot like the Warner Brothers logo from the 70s and 80s. So,
You know,
I might want to change. I might say change that.
that even with that, what I really liked when I looked through it very briefly is that all four characters are very distinctively different in their looks.
Yes, and that is really one of the selling points in here, and it's why you can really get with these characters, because they look like people that you might know.
Yeah, you know exactly who everybody is, because
Yeah.
they all have very definitive styles, which I like.
Which is good, and it really makes the book worth reading. So do check this one out if you get a chance. It's totally worth it.
Alrighty. My fairly worth it book for the week is Thunderbolts #1 from Marvel Now. So, Thunderbolts, it was Thunderbolts, then it was Dark Avengers, now it's Thunderbolts again, and they have opened it up.
Then it will be Thunderbolts 2 Electric Boogaloo, then it will be Thunderbolts 3
Can
in
it really
space.
be Electric Boogaloo? Because I think that'd be fairly fantastic, and Deadpool would run with that so much.
Yeah, well, because he's Deadpool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So in this one, we open up with Frank Castle, better known as the Punisher, having been captured. And he is...
That doesn't happen too often.
No. Somebody has to really try hard to capture him. And they are holding him while they inform the Mafia, or as the capturer likes to say, a whole bunch of people with vowels as the last letter in their last name. Maybe Felicia Castillo? Castillo could be one of those also. I don't know. Anyways, they're holding the Punisher because he needs to decide if he is going to join or fight against it. General Thaddeus Ross, that's the name, is the
General
one.
Ross.
General Ross is holding Frank Castle, and it's either die or join the Thunderbolts.
Well, what a jerk Ross is.
It's very good. I'm excited to see what they do in the next few issues. This was very much a team building, getting everybody together type book.
Yep, and Deadpool kills mimes.
Don't give the best part away.
Sorry.
Oh.
But it's so funny.
It is. I'd really like to know why he was killing the mimes.
They're mimes.
Part of me thinks it's probably just because they were mimes, but I hope there's more to it. Anyways, I liked the art. I am intrigued by the story, and I think that if you like Deadpool, or the Red Hulk, or Punisher, or Elektra, you should definitely give this one a chance. Oh, or Venom. Venom's in here too. So, Thunderbolts #1, Marvel Now. Check it out.
Alright, next up, a book a long time in the coming. It's Hellboy in Hell, #1. And in this one, after saving the world and sacrificing himself, Hellboy is dead. And cast into the pits of hell.
That's not fair.
Where familiar faces and a throne await him.
Ooh.
Alright.
Hellboy?
Well, you know. He's supposed to be evil and whatnot, but he's not exactly evil. Alright, so this is apparently going to be the last Hellboy story by Mike Mignola. And wow, what a start to the final apparent Hellboy story. So, yep, Hellboy's dead. He's been cast into hell. And he's got to face off against some familiar faces that he kind of sent to hell. So...
Whoopsie!
Yep. So this is a really entertaining basic look into a really different version of hell.
Alright.
And Mignola's art style here, as I'll say to many people, you have to get used to a Mignola style book, but it really works here, and just the characters and everything, you can't help but love this stuff. And quite frankly, I love the Del Toro films and pretty much the cartoons and everything, so this is a really good continuation of everything that Hellboy is, and hopefully will become. But it's also going to be really interesting to see where Mignola takes his character towards the end of this series. So, if you're a Hellboy fan, do check this one out. It's actually a lot of fun, and you can't go wrong with Hellboy, because, well, he's just a fun character.
He's Hellboy.
Exactly.
Alrighty. Last book up for me this week is Star Wars Purge, The Tyrant's Fist. And in this one, we are starting off towards the beginning of the Empire's rule, as they're getting...
Empire! Boo.
I agree. Emperor Palpatine, you just are an unsavory person. In this, Vader has been sent to a planet by the name of Vakelin as they are experiencing a rebel insurgency.
I think he just went there because he wants to take over the planet and rename it Vaderland.
Maybe. I'd be okay with that, though. Maybe there could be rides.
Could be.
So...
Yes, we'll call it the Darth Vader Respirator.
Vader was very happy to take this mission. The insurgency is being led by 3 rogue Jedis. And we all know how much Vader loves Jedis. Which is not at all for those few people out there who may be watching this and haven't seen Star Wars.
But he loves his son. He loves him enough to cut off his hand.
Make him just like Daddy.
Yep.
So, the Jedi, Chona Bane, is his primary adversary in this 2-shot. And when Command Central takes a bomb hit, Vader is sent back into space while they repair the center. And he's told by the Emperor in no uncertain circumstances that he needs to deal with the rebellion, not just kill the Jedi. He needs to deal with the rebellion and get the planet in line, or he would be facing dire circumstances.
Oh, that Palpatine.
So,
what a jerk.
This was a good book. I really enjoyed sort of the look into the development of Vader as Emperor Palpatine's sort of face of the Empire. And I really, really liked that you got a chance to see how Vader develops and the circumstances that he develops in. It's a good book, and if you like Vader at all, you should definitely pick it up and read it, because it's well worth the read.
Alright, and before we head off for the week, our final book of the week is The Legend of Luther Strode, #1. And in this one, 5 years after losing everything, Luther Strode has become a legend. and a nightmare for evil men in his city. But now, somebody is hunting Luther to end his legend once and for all.
Oh dear.
Alright, so I never got to read the original Luther Strode miniseries, and this is a continuation of that. They really don't give you any info on what happened previously.
Oh, that's awkward and painful.
Yeah, but I'll try and describe it as best I can. Basically, Luther Strode is your average, everyday serial killer from the movies.
Okay.
Yeah. He is like Jason Voorhees and Freddy and Michael Myers. He will just basically kill you in so many ways. So yeah, this book is really gory and bloody.
Yee.
And quite frankly, he's basically out for revenge on the people who supposedly killed him.
Okay.
But now apparently someone's from his past who he hurt is now hunting him down. So there's an interesting aspect to it. It is an interesting character study, and I do like it. The art is really nice and clean in this book.
I agree.
And the fact is, I mean, it's an interesting character. He just happens to be a really a character that you can't really feel for due to the fact that he's a murdering.
He's just a little on the dark side.
Just a tad. But, I mean, he's trying to do it for the good. So,
well then.
Yeah. But, I mean, this is an interesting book. I will say that if you were a fan of the first Luther Strode book, do check this one out. But for anyone that's just getting into it, this really does not explain where this book came from. So, or this character came from. So, honestly, check out the first one before you jump into this one. Otherwise, you're going to be as confused as I am.
Or possibly the internet.
Yes, the internet is your friend.
If you struggle to track it down, the internet is your friend. Mm-hmm. But, looks like a good book.
It's pretty darn good, yeah. So do check it out, and we will see you next week. Later.